Hello YouTube, it's Cores, aka Corey P, and I have some tea for you. No, really, it's just what it is. So I've as I was applying, putting my resume out because I'm looking for another job because I need the job that I have. They're trying to play me. So in my break, I was taking like a little 5 to 10 minute break. Not really. I actually just while I was doing these applications because I found myself just about to pass the fuck out. I decided to put on a show. Um, just so I can list like I don't know, like you know how when you have something else going on, it just kind of keeps you in the moment. Well, that's how I work anyway. Like when I do homework or anything, I have to have like a TV show on or some music just so I can kind of stay in the moment. So I was watching or listening to Basketball Wives, however, and I was catching up. I just finished episode 6 and I'm about to do episode 7. But I had to stop and commentate on this, honey, because this shit is just Basketball Wives LA, girl, they are really trying to go for the gusto with the drama effects, honey. Okay, so this is the tea on what's going on. Basically, now last time I did this video, it was with Imani and how she found out all this stuff about Drea on the internet. This police report that, this said police report that apparently turned out it was fake. It was phony. Some reporter, fabricated the whole situation and apparently got fired. And because like she was basically, it was defamation of character on top of a lot of things. Like when you do shit like that, that's very damaging. And as you can see, because this poor girl, if it's a lie, she's really paying for it, and she didn't even do it. And like basically, the girls are confronting this young girl who, she's young. I'll give it to them. Like I see why they're threatened. Basically, she's young and she's gorgeous, honey. She has one of those in the midnight hour bodies. She's got like these big, flirty, coquettish eyes, and she's a pretty girl. And she's got long hair and she's light skinned. So a lot of the brothers are really on that. Um, she's everything. As far as the looks concerned. And then she's young and she's fun and she likes to have fun. Like she's that girl that can hang out with your homeboys too. Although you really wouldn't want her to because you don't know. But because she's that fine. But basically, you know, like I said from the last one with when Imani, honey, with her old no man having ass. Like this is the pro see, this is what happens when you don't have a man, honey. And I mean, and you just ain't got shit to do. At least like with me, I don't have anybody right now, but I'm not out investigating motherfuckers and shit. Like, I mean, Imani, honey, like, girl, you need to, first of all, let's get into why you don't have a man. And like, since we're looking up people's backgrounds, honey, I did some backgrounds on you, honey, and you were engaged to this man for 9 years, running behind this man, like, basically put a man over your kids. Girl, you need an ass whooping. While you over here calling somebody else worthless, you're worthless. I can't, I don't stand for, and I'm not like this high and mighty person, but I'm just saying, like, I don't understand when young ladies, I don't understand young ladies who neglect their children. I don't understand young ladies who put a man over their children, or what I'm saying, over other people like their friends and stuff. Like I don't understand that. And apparently, girl, that's what you did. You alienated your 2 kids to run behind some nigga. So, girl, you know, and then Jackie, girl, let's not even get on Miss Jackie Christie, aka, desperate ass hoe, desperate ass housewife, honey. Like, girl, and then she got the nerve to want to be mad because Dre didn't come to her wedding when she already told her. I heard that she was asking around, debating whether or not you did not want me there, whether or not you should have me there. And, I understand where Dre is coming from, honey. Like, if you got a debate, then that means that I'm not really welcomed. And, if Drea was really smart, she would be peeping game on all the tones and the snide remarks that are made when she's in the vicinity, honey. When she's in the crowd, everybody got a little slick comment to make. So, what I'm saying, girl, like, Of course not, girl. I'm not coming to your little wedding. And first of all, girl, why are you having 20 weddings? Like, this is your 17th wedding, girl, really? Like, what are you trying to prove? I mean, like, why don't you do like normal motherfuckers do and just celebrate an anniversary? Go to the Bahamas, girl. You know what I'm saying? Go shopping with your husband. Go on a whole, go to a dinner and a movie and a dinner, and then book a night at a hotel and knock some boots. Like, that's what most married couples do who have been together and they just want to celebrate their anniversary of their union. They go and do little events like, this landish wedding that you're planning every year. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, why? Is it so you don't get divorced? I mean, honey, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. No matter how many weddings you have. To me, that's stupid. But that's just me. I mean, I guess in a way it's kind of a cute idea, but because it's your idea, I think it's stupid. Because, like, girl, you're just a desperate whore. So anyway, and then you have Miss Gloria, honey. Yeah, and Laura. Yeah, that's how I feel about them. Like, honey, when their names come up, I'm like, anyway, because you're not that important. Like, Gloria, first of all, girl, you were like the rat on the other Basketball Wives show, and when they ousted you, you know, but whatever. And then Laura, honey, girl, you got too many issues in general, and I don't want to give you too much because you might, in your anger, might try to hunt me down, try to figure out where the fuck I'm at because you have no life, and try to beat me up. So, which, by the way, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, but if you really want to take it there, if you really want to cross the country just to get to me because I said something about you, girl, suck my titties. So, and I mean that with all the love and the respect that I have for you, which is about zilch. So, yeah, I don't understand. Like, I guess my whole thing about the situation is, okay, they call themselves, like, okay, this in this episode, Jackie and Laura decided they wanted to look up information on Drea. So they found this police report via a blog. Like, it was reported on the internet, but it was posted, I think, on World Star Hip Hop first. Which, there you go, the source of where you should always check, and check. Not only check, not only find the source, but check their sources, honey, because they got it from World Star Hip Hop, I think. Like, well, that's where the original police report was posted. And, like, yeah, it was like, girl, first of all, that in itself is a key. Because, like, honey, it's World Star Hip Hop. Like, are you really, that's not a credible news source. And not to judge Drea, not to talk about Drea, but she's not that important where any, because if it was somebody like, if it was really that big of an issue, she would have been the major celebrity information sites and news sites would have really gotten a hold of that. Like, honey, CNN, these people would have really took hold. So clearly it was not credible because if them motherfuckers ain't touching it, you know, I mean, because she was linked to Chris Brown, and then she dated Chris Brown right after that whole Rihanna fiasco, and so understandably, that's probably why people were coming for her left and right. But honey, like, they didn't, if or anybody else didn't bother to even be like, girl, whatever, like, it's not that important. World Star Hip Hop, like, what's next? Like, where else did you research? Media takeout. Like, come on. So, like, but anyway. So, honey, they find this police report, and honey, they're just like in automatic she did it mode. Like, oh yeah, she did that. And so, like, they confront her, and, like, Drea, I felt her frustration. Like, she was crying, honey. Like, they had her in tears because, one, Jackie was just mumbling and stumbling over her words. She was just like, I understand where you come from because people say that I'm crazy about my husband and this, that, and the other, and I am crazy about my husband, and yeah. So I understand. So, Drea was like, well, yeah, but you really are crazy about your husband. Like, that's kind of a truth in a way. So, but this rumor about my kid, like, I really am a good mother. Like, my son is, so automatically Jackie gets all, well, if you ever disrespect me and my husband again, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna punch you in your motherfucking face, and da 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 da. If you ever tell me that I'm crazy about my husband, and she's like, but you just said that, in which she did. Like, honey, we are all sitting here listening to you say, and I am crazy about my husband. Is that not what you said, Jackie Christie? Yes, that is what you said, bitch. You said that. You just repeated that. I am crazy about my husband. But then you want to turn around and be like, oh, if you ever disrespect, it's no disrespect, honey. I'm just repeating what you just said. You are crazy about your husband. That's why your stupid ass is having weddings every year. I'll wait. Okay. So, and then you got Laura, who, if I can recall, was called out by Miss Malaysia for sleeping with a married man. And on top of that, you were dating, or you were with a man who used to beat you. But, you want to, I don't understand that either. I don't understand a woman who would stay with a man. Well, I kind of do, because, when you're in that whole domestic violence, not that I've ever been in that, but, like, manipulation and fear tactics are something that's why a lot of women are scared to leave. I get that. But if I was just to be a judge right now, I don't understand, honey, especially if you have kids with this motherfucker. But, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. But, I'm not going to lie and say I don't understand that. Maybe it's because I am a guy. And, like, and, I'm sidebar, as a gay guy, I've actually encountered that where I was talking to somebody and he tried to do this whole domestic violence situation, which I didn't understand because, girl, we are both men. I will beat the fuck out of you, okay, and walk away. So when he tried to pull that stunt, honey, I left. I was like, oh, girl, no. You're not going to lay hands on me and terrorize me. Like, girl, you get a woman for that. Not that, all women are just weak. I'm just saying, like, honey, like, that was bizarre to me. But back to these hoes. Like, it was just exhausted. And then Gloria over here crying. I was like, I would never thought yeah, that way. It was just a mess. And then they tried to make it look like she was throwing Malaysia under the bus. And Malaysia, I was like, girl, just sit and listen now. She just said, like, I can't stand when people don't listen. When you're sitting up here telling them what, and they just got, so that's the thing, like, some people, like, they just have in their mind, they just have a conclusion already, and anything that, it just goes in one ear, out the next. And Malaysia, all Drea said was, because they asked, well, why did you come to Jackie's, why didn't you come to Jackie's wedding? And so, she was like, well, I was talking to Malaysia, and Malaysia had said that Jackie was asking people, asking you guys whether or not she should invite me. So I felt like I was not really welcome, so I didn't show up. Now, I will say this, Drea, you should have probably called her and just let her know, like, listen, I'm not gonna be able to make it. You could have made up anything, like, oh, my son's really sick. I'm so sorry. I gotta tend to him. He's my baby. And kind of did it like that. That way, there was no static. But really, secretly kept your own reasons. Like, well, this bitch feels like I'm not welcome, so I'm just gonna not go. But that was her mistake. If you wanted to keep it cute. But then, then again, do you really give a fuck about these hoes? Because I don't, and you shouldn't. Because they have done nothing but degrade, berate, belittle, and judge you every step of the motherfucking way because they're insecure women. They're insecure little girls inside who feel like because you're pretty and you're young that all of a sudden you're just a man stealer, and that's not the case. Like, no. The only guy that it would even be worth it is Gloria's man, because that little tall, light, bright thing, he is cute, but that's the only one. Everybody else, no, I'd rather not. I would rather not. And I'm pretty sure Dre feels the same way. I would rather not. And, like, please, I was dating Chris Brown. Like, I can do better than than what you guys are doing. Like, I'm beyond a basketball wife, honey. I'm a future superstar wife. So get into that, boo. So you know what I'm saying? Like, honey, I was dating one of the most relevant pop stars, pop and R&B entertainers this world has seen since Michael Jackson, since Usher, since anybody. Like, but anyway, this is about to cut out. I'm gonna do a part 2 after I watch episode 7. So yeah. Deuces.